basically, you had two potential leads for information.
Yes.
They being Heidelgronus, who specifically requires Ame to be present because they want to experiment on him a tad, and Argus Bloodfilch, who recently released a book.
Yes. I remember.
So he was doing. So Bloodfilch was doing a signing, with a huge, massive backed-up line. So in order to get past the bodyguards and like the venue folk, you went into a back alley and summoned a lion.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
And eventually, you did manage to actually get close to Argus. Quite why you weren't arrested, I suppose I put down to just the guards aren't particularly familiar with summoned animals and such. And he then basically confirmed that the worm was not a summoned creature.
Yeah.
That was it,
So it had to have been brought here, is the conclusion I believe we came to in the end.
Yeah.
And then we were going to go and give it what for, but we were lacking. So.
You didn't have a hearty sorcerer
Yeah.
to do bugger all.
But now that we've got you,
didn't have his companion who was searching for him.
but now that we got you, we can actually go and visit the other fella.
Yay!
Ugh. Mr. Gronus. Was it Gronus? Or... No, it's a Gronus.
Heidelgronus.
Yes.
Heidelgronus.
I remember him.
I remember
From the
him.
before time.
I remember him back from in Vietnam. Oh,
Back in then.
What is this Vietnam you speak of?
I've got
You don't know, man. You went there.
Magical land of Viet Cong. Wait, no, Vietnam, not the Viet Cong.
a lovely land of French. Oh,
Oh my goodness.
I wonder.
and the Aztec. That's a beautiful place. The Aztec.
Shall we make a start then?
I guess we should.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, 23 minutes. New record.
No,
No, we
we
usually
can't
like-
start yet. We can't.
It usually goes half an hour, if not longer.
That's what I meant, early.
Right. When last we met long ago, our heroes endeavored to learn more of the nature of the beast prowling the endless tunnels beneath the city. Today, at least, they shall meet with transmutation expert Heidelgronus, who may have some notion of its origin, but at what terrible cost. And so we begin once more in this installment of Dungeons and Dragon Hats.
Oh, that's brilliant. That was brilliant.
Right, so last time we all split off to our usual places. Oh, that reminds me, lying. The thing I did
I'm in
before.
a bar.
Well, so yeah, I think the next step would probably be to find the army.
Hello.
Well, you're of course two of you at least are at the same tavern. Odo has retreated to whatever place he goes to.
The bar.
The sewers.
He's the worm.
Hey,
He's actually the next victim.
Oh well, guys. See you later. It was good playing.
take the mask off.
Ame is presently buried under the numerous attempted replicas of the map that he's used as a fort for the past few days.
Oh yeah.
Fortunately, Baldric, being largely illiterate, has been unable to find him.
Yeah. He just can't find his way through all the paper. His illiteracy also doesn't help with his geographical skills, because he's lost in a maze right now. A maze of his own mind. It's a dark and dreary place.
A maze which just consists of a corridor.
With one door at the end of it, and you can't quite work it out. Master! Oh, Lester! Fucking, I can't do the accent now.
I love how you just always look to the right, like you always look up
Yeah.
and.
It's where he stores all of his wisdom.
It's like you've been enlightened.
Oh, Master. I'm trying to do my Baldric. I think this sounds good.
Yeah, that's it. There you go. You got it.
Baldric.
Right. Well, we'll start off with Ame. who has begun to venture outside of his fort. Perhaps he believes that Baldric has finally stopped looking for him. And you're creeping out into the hallway, but then you hear the familiar plodding, clanking thud of Baldric's approach.
Oh, Baldric, there you are. Appearances, old chap, come on. Oh, Master, I've been looking for you for quite a while. Where have you been? Oh, I've just been holed up in my study for some time, Baldric. I've been creating replicas of a map. Yes, it's not been going too well, I must admit. But no worries, that's behind me now. So you've been all over, have you, Baldric? Well, yes, sir, I've been all over. I've scoured the tops and tails of all this city. Everywhere. I can't think of a place that I haven't been to. You've just been down the pub, Baldric, haven't you? I've been down the pub, sir. Just been down the tavern. I'm sorry to have failed you so spectacularly. I'm by now, Baldric. You sound a bit out of it, my old friend. I would be amiss to say that I have not had a couple of points.
You've been dying to do that again.
I have been.
And with that, Baldric topples over head over heels and leaves a significant dent in the floor.
Lovely.
The carpet might yet survive, but the flooring underneath is going to need to be replaced.
Better get out my expenses book then. Put this under random acts of Baldric. Right.
Taking
There's
out
a column
insurance
for that.
claim.
There's random acts of God, random acts of Baldric, and random acts of sorcery.
Now, clenched, as you notice, inside of Baldric's hand is a scrap of paper, upon which is written a meeting and appointments record with Heidelgronus. It is marked for today. It is also marked explicitly that you must be in attendance.
Ah. Well, I guess we better get going. Baldric, come on now. Get yourself up. Dust yourself off. Let's go. I'll be right after you, Master. And I'm hoping that he manages to get up. He's struggling with all of his might. He's really trying.
Make a fortitude save for me.
Fortitude save.
Yes,
You're asking for that one.
I am, yeah.
literally. So Baldric's fort is a plus
Plus
6.
6, I think. No.
Oh.
Yeah, Baldric's going to be out of commission for a bit.
Yeah, Roll20 doesn't like me, I think.
So you're off without your meat shield.
Okay. Lovely. I'll leave you here. 7 girls. Could you see to Baldric? He's in the state again. Lovely. And out Amaudro strides, off to make his meeting with Bridal Honus.
You did that on purpose, didn't you?
Maybe.
Anyways,
I'm still in Baldric mode, I'm sorry.
Victus, what are you up to?
Well, I can't remember. Did we I can't remember if we had we already knew that we'd be I would need to be meeting with Heidel. Was that a known group thing?
It was a known group thing because Baldric sorted it, basically.
Yeah, but are we aware
so
that
he-
he's already sorted it?
Oh, Baldric arranged it via his
Connections, his party
Rave Knight
atmosphere.
connections. To have to acquire a meeting with Heidel. However, getting the meeting required that Heidel be allowed to experiment slightly on Army.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, do we know that?
Yes, because
We
he
do.
told you all of this at the tavern.
Ah, okay, right, yeah. Yeah, in that case,
I mean, Udro doesn't.
okay, well, being aware of this, since we all split up, I'll be heading back after last night's antics and be heading over to Heidel's to wait for the rest of the group.
Okay. Heidel's, by the way, are right here. Their lab, rather.
Where, sorry? I missed that.
On the map.
Yeah, I'm looking at the map. Are you doing it under the layer? Because I don't see it.
Oh, I may well be. Sorry.
Lovely.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. So, Tari and Odo. Our last
Um,
two attendees.
Seeing that Victus is on his way to Heidel's place, I follow suit and head on over because I don't want to be late.
A paladin is never late. They always arrive exactly when the evil leaves.
Me being quite intoxicated still, I stumbled my way the long way around to the meeting place.
Right.
All the way around.
Place of meetings.
I'm guessing, guys.
I'm
Soon enough.
Where's me lion?
Where's me lying? Is it left or right? Right? This way, I think. Go this way. I think it's this way.
For a drunk man, you're traveling at a pretty good distance.
I can run. My little.
He's got roller skates.
Yes. Enchantment of roller.
Yes, for those of you who are new to the stream, Odo is our dwarven druid,
Also drunk.
as dwarves tend to be.
Yes, very drunk.
That's racist.
I can take a shortcut.
It is
Right off the grass.
it's not racist. It's an observation of acute statistical
Exactly.
I can go over the grass. That works.
Also known as stereotyping.
Well,
Yes.
go backwards. Look at that. Go backwards. Whee.
Oh dear.
You realize
I'm almost there, guys.
you realize you're practically stumbling through the slums, right?
Yeah, oh, look at that. I can go
He-
through the water.
He's a homestead, to be honest. He's
Go
going
for
for
a
a house.
swim. Can I
He's
see
got
if I
a
can
house
make
right
the swim?
Oh my god.
Could I manage to swim across that way?
Roll it.
Which one would I need to roll, my friend?
You would need to roll
I
swim.
swear to God, if you fail. Oh my god.
Oh, we have to.
We're just all sitting there. So, where the hell is he? We just see him just swimming down the not swimming, drowning.
Yeah, just him like being brushed away, but with the stream.
Does
He's
he
gonna
have a
be like
swim check?
porpoise. He's
His
gonna, like,
swim is +1.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my god.
He's going to be incredible. I guarantee
I
it.
want you to fail. Please fail.
I want to see him swan.
Oh
dive.
my god. Wait, you said +1,
Yeah, it is a +1.
so it's 3.
21!
Oh no, is it?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I was reading the Elliots, that's why.
Yeah.
Oh, bravery!
God.
Look at that. I do
20.
the first stroke, the doggy paddle, everything.
That's the only 20 you're getting.
No.
I guarantee.
So,
Like
as everyone else is walking along the bank to get to Heidel's lab, they hear the loud, gruff proclamation of "Cannonball!" as they look over to the river, they see a dwarf in leather armor do a running leap into the river, and it is then a brief, musically inspired moment of synchronized swimming by himself, before the dwarf breaches the other side of the river and clambers up the sandy dune to get to the street
Does he
level
do that
again.
thing that women do with their hair, but with his beard? So,
Yes, because he's worth it.
because he's worth.
I'd just love to have seen like Baldric seeing you do that and thinking, I can
Oh,
do that
let me try,
too."
master.
My turn next.
He'd do a belly flop, just like.
Igniters flashbacks.
Oh, man.
Oh my goodness.
I think I failed, master.
No, knowing Bulge. In fact, actually, just as a test, he's not going to do it. Roll. Just as a test, I want to see.
What would it even be? What would it even be?
Swim, wouldn't it? Jump?
Yeah, but his
Yeah.
armor's going to be...
Oh,
Yeah, his
Yeah.
swim check is gonna take a massive dive
Ah!
because of his armor check penalty.
Yeah.
Armor check for him for Baldric is -5.
-5, so it'd be a +1.
So his swim is in actuality +6
What?
because he put ranks in it.
Oh my god.
So it's actually +6.
Oh my god.
Baldric's Baldric's
Baldric
strength
is
is
so
plus.
OP!
Let's see. Hang on. Let me see if I can work this out. Baldric's strength is +2, which should put it at -3. So hang on. I wonder if this is actually getting the right numbers. I don't think this is factoring in the armor check.
Baldric is probably the most powerful character in this game.
And he's a bloody squire.
Oh, he gets +2 from athletic. That's where I'm seeing it.
He got a
Wow.
20. it was 14.
His
at
sum,
max.
so his sum total before armor check is +6.
Oh my god.
So it'd
So
be
it's actually a
+1.
+1.
Armor check would be -5.
Okay, so altogether we got 15. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that's still enough to succeed, though.
Yeah.
Not enough to replicate what Odo did, but to succeed, yes.
Oh my god.
I was majestic.
Oh,
So majestic.
oh, I think I'm broken.
Oh my god.
It's
think
too early in the
Baldric
night
is
to be
broken.
broken. It's not even 10 yet.
I know.
How...
But
Don't
anyways,
question it.
Odo and everyone meet up outside of Heidel's labs.
Ame, finally good to see you, friend.
Oh yes, it's a pleasure to see you too, friend.
And you,
Sorry
Baldric.
about my... Baldric, he's rather incapacitated. I think that he was celebrating a little too early.
Ah.
No, well, I suppose the chap deserves a break every once in a while.
Good to hear. I'm glad to see
Yeah.
you got the message at least. At least you
I
managed
did
to
get
get
the
that.
message indeed.
Right, well,
You
it
could
is,
say that it found itself to my feet.
right, it is of great importance that we do meet with Heidel.
Yes, I heard that he wanted to see me in person. I see that he's a man who knows authoritative figures around here.
Vic just does
Let's
that
see-
thing where he sort of turns and puts his hand to his mouth. Sort of.
Just to make sure he doesn't say anything that might compromise the situation.
Pretty much, and just that.
Wait,
yeah,
am I
yes.
going to be allowed to agree to most of this stuff that's going to happen?
Did we tell you?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, did
Pardon?
you say? Did you say that in character?
No.
No.
Oh,
Good.
No,
It's
in
sunny out here.
general, am I going to be able to like take part in any of this stuff? Because
Oh, it's only going to happen to Ame.
Yeah. The sacrifices
okay.
one must make to gain nobility.
Unwillingly,
Unwillingly.
unknowingly.
I
sorry,
can
beg
see
your
Wittingly.
myself having to turn my back a lot in this.
pardon. Price of being a paladin, I'm afraid.
Oh my
Be
god.
fine.
Anyway, I sort of bring up yeah, the meeting with Argus went well. We see we've come to the conclusion that the creature is not summoned, so it
Ah.
must have been brought here.
Oh, intriguing.
We're hoping we can find out more about that from Mr. Gronus.
I see. Well, there's no time like the present.
Hmm.
Ale strides up to the door, quite pleased with himself. He's made it his mission to become, to really prove that he is one of the most important people in the city of Edgekirk. And so, he's taking his steps to become incredible.
Well, the door to the lab is an old one. It's worn by weather and age, and there's more than a few chips and scorch marks on the front of it. But you managed to knock loud enough that you're fairly certain that the noise has penetrated the harsh wooden exterior. And a few moments later, the door creaks and groans on its hinges and pulls slowly inward, where you see a handful of small creatures that appear to have been exquisitely carved from clay. They have a slight turquoisey tint to them. They've got like little bat wings that probably don't serve them very well. But they're all stacked up in a tower to reach the door handle on the other side, and they open the door for you. They say nothing, but one of them does beckon you in.
Thank you. Stride in, headstrong. Paying no mind to be odd creatures. I'm guessing they're animals of some sort. Yes, of course. And even most trained eye can see that, you know.
Can I roll against his bluff?
Yes, you may.
Shall I roll my bluff?
Yes, you may.
Where's my sensitivity?
If you don't roll it, we'll assume that it's an extremely transparent statement.
Should bluff is roll, then bluff, then bluff.
My sense motive isn't actually that great, but we'll go with it.
23.
Yeah, I'm not getting that. Actually,
Never know,
no.
not
Actually,
20.
no, actually, yeah, no, I'm not getting
That was a
it.
23 on a 9, I might add.
No. Yeah, I ain't getting that. Mine's a -1, so
Mm.
don't matter. I believe him.
This could be
Fair
a
enough.
Sir Barrington adventure if I play it right.
I completely believe him. I have no need to disbelieve him at all. They are exactly what he said.
Well, as you enter, you pass through a small corridor directly leading from the doorway. Flanking you on either side are boxes containing various vials of tonics and potions and such. Papers are scattered everywhere containing various strange drawings and indecipherable notes. There's more than a few places that look like they might have at some point been in a different entire continent because they look so very out of place, but they blend in so perfectly in this particularly bizarre environment. Directly ahead of the corridor from the front door is a wide open area that's roofless, so it's got a nice little sunbeam coming in, and there's a cauldron off to one side that's bubbling away with some bizarre black broth.
Ah!
You can hear the sound of rummaging off in the distance to the left of the entryway, but you're not really sure what's down there. The creatures at the doorway sort of ward you off from going down there. One of them, however, scutters along to attend to whatever is making the noise.
Lovely.
So,
Mr.
you are-
Gronus? Mr. Gronus? Hello?
Anyone else going to do anything, or is it just yelling, "Mr. Gronus, Mr. Gronus"?
Mr. Gronus,
Oh,
Mr. Gronus.
Mr. Gronus!
I'll roll.
Mr. Gronus.
I wouldn't mind. I'm hanging back because I'm not really used to this sort of situation, but I will roll a spot to see what I can see around.
I'll roll a spot as well.
Oh, Mr. Gronus. Oh, please,
Yeah, I'll
can
do.
you just come down, please? Can you come here, Mr. Gronus, please?
21.
Okay. Tari, you said you were going to roll as well, or?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll try and find
It's
my
the
spell.
rank you put, isn't it? I always forget.
The modifier.
no,
D20
it's number on the farthest left.
Oh, so 13. Cool.
Yep.
Right.
Yes, that was one of your good things.
Yeah.
Ridiculous spot.
D20 plus 13 spot.
Okay. Okay.
I see everything!
As usual.
This will be fun. Okay, well, as you three glance around the area, you can see that there are indeed many other corridors leading off from this central sunlit area, presumably to other experimental locations, maybe to a kitchen at some point. It's hard to tell where the needs of rooms divide. The boxes all appear to be, to at least some degree, deteriorated. A lot of them are burnt in places, others are missing parts. One or two of them appear to have been dissolved by something. There is, in fact, a couple of holes on the floor, which might be where said substance was dripped on its way.
Oh, lying,
to
you're
them.
lagging a little. Oh,
Yeah.
Animals.
sorry, you were lagging a bit there,
Oh.
lying.
Where was I last comprehensible?
Dripping.
Dissolved boxes.
Okay, there's a few, like, holes in the ground. They're not exactly pits, but they're holes with, like, charred black surroundings, which might have been where the substance that melted the boxes was dripped on the way over. There are corpses, there are skeletons, there are partial corpses, and there are partial skeletons, mostly of like small animals like frogs and rats and bats and the like. But mostly you notice that there is a large abundance of books on alchemy and experimentation journals.
Oh,
Fancy that.
I'd hate to be one of his test subjects. Oh, where is he?
So in short order, the small clay-like creature wobbles his way back down one of the scant corridors. Again, it's not really particularly clear if this area was intended to have corridors, it's just where they formed. And behind them is a tall, very thin individual. Appears to be an elf, judging by the ears, but you can't really make out a gender. In fact, you're more distinctly paying attention to their greenish turquoise skin tone.
Ooh.
They look, their hair is like blown out back. It's sort of like if you can imagine someone's just had a small cartoon explosion in their face. Their hair also appears to be shockingly white, but that's not particularly unusual for an elf, although it is fairly short. You're reasonably certain that they're aware that you're in front of them, but it's hard to tell because they're wearing goggles that have been very, very distinctly blackened in the lenses. And they come sort of stumbling down the corridor formation, coughing and spluttering, being slightly dragged by the finger by the small creature ahead of them. You must be my morning appointment. Yes.
Yes, I am. Amayudo, pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Alright.
Heidel completely sort of just waves Ame off and just stares at. You would be a dwarf kin, yes? It's been a long time since I've had one of you in my labs.
I'm gonna go, mate. It's lovely meeting you. But I need a pint, so I'm gonna go to the pub.
I have a brewery.
Oh.
It's over by the kitchen. I think it was the kitchen. It was the kitchen last week. I'm not sure.
Amayudo
Lovely.
leans backwards and whispers in his ear. You forgot a kipper in the oven. You forgot a kipper in the oven.
I want a kipper as well. Kinda hungry now. Right, where's the pub? Where's the bar? Give me the alcohol.
16. Are you 16? No, you're 16-X. I think. Wait, go find where the kitchen ended up. Bring our friends some beer and a kipper. Use the one from the red marked box. Not the green or the mauve or the pink. A kipper, and Heidel just sort of waves at one of the creatures, who seems to be none the wiser of what its name is, but it scurries away nonetheless.
I'm sorry.
And my, you are a shiny one. You would be, you're short. Are you also a dwarf? Referring to Tari there.
Oh, no. I am a half-elf. There might be some dwarf in that bloodline. I could certainly have a look if you would like. No, I'm fine with knowing that. Not knowing that, really. Okay, fine. Personally, I find that all of the experimentation is one of the more fun parts of life. But yes, tall man thing. You had.
Amayudo is my name.
No, not that one. This other one. I think those are wolf markings on the.
On
Yeah.
We might have lost Lion there.
on the frozen floor.
I can hear something every so often.
I get the oh.
It's Morse code.
I'm a techno track.
He was imitating Monkey.
Oh, you did lag out at that point.
Sure.
The tall one. The tall one. Not me.
All we heard was
wolf
the
asked
tall
the-
one. Ooh 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 ee ah ah. Techno.
You
Techno.
seem to have some kind of
But yes, you rangery wolfy thing. You had questions apparently. Mr. Baldrick mentioned, and then just sort of for no seeming reason, Heidel's hand just sort of like goes to a raised finger and puts it directly on Ame's mouth.
Yes, Mr. Gronus, we have a pretty pressing matter that we need your expertise on. As agreed, we brought Mr. Udro.
Here in the coffin, I take some water from my pack and give it to Amudro, thinking he might be choking a little bit.
Well, at this point, you know, you can hear like a rattling of plates and coasters and such as the creature that hurried away before. You think it's the same creature. It's hard to tell. Scurries back with like a tray with like various mugs of ale and other substances and 1 or 2 biscuits.
Oh, brilliant. What are you guys having?
Water.
Alright, I'll have the booze.
Okay, well, Heidel turns away from you and just sort of ponders over to the kettle and the cauldron a bit, but then seemingly reaches into one of the nearby bottles, examines it slightly. Yes, I don't think I've tried this one on a warlock yet.
I'm sorry, a what?
And then just sort of, Heidel just sort of walks over to Ame, just just holds it above his head as they as they pull the stopper out. Now, what was the questions you had?
I'm sorry. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh my, here's a noisy one. Sir, what questions did you have? I was told there'd be questions.
First, I am not a warlock. I am a sorcerer.
Oh, same difference.
Sorcerer.
Hush now, little thing. What questions? Questions, please.
As you may have noticed within this city, there is a creature that seems to be plaguing the undergrowth. We've come to the conclusion that it is a giant purple worm. In fact, we have I say conclusion, but we have seen it ourselves. We spoke to Mr. Bloodfinch, and we've come to the conclusion that it is not a summoned creature. So, therefore, the only conclusion we can come to is that it was brought here. We were hoping you could give us some more information on this.
Well, yes, just one moment while I see to the warlock sorcerer vampire thing. Just open wide now. Open wide. There's a good boy. Is Ame going to comply?
I'm sorry, what's going on here? What have I not been informed about?
You've gone from Baldrick to what's his name? Oh, the other one. Oh, the one
played
who
by
Hugh
Hugh Laurie?
Laurie. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh yeah.
Wibble.
Worcester, Jason Worcester, I think was from.
Oh my god.
Theoretically, yes. But anyways, is Ame going to comply, or are people going to address this concern he has?
I'm sorry, what's going on here?
I'm just staring. You want? I don't know. I have no knowledge of what the upper classes do.
I'm enjoying my drink.
Yeah, I don't know what.
And mackerel.
We came here to ask questions and get answers, so I don't know what's going on.
I'm sorry, Mr. Gronus. I'm just going to have to ask you for a second of your time. If I could just discuss with my companions as to the manner of this meeting, I'll be with you in a second. Right.
Okay. Just take a moment. My time isn't too limited. What day is it again, little thing? 41, was it? No? Okay. Off you. Have a chat.
Right. Why is a strange man trying to pour some liquid down my throat?
Well, don't look at us, Udro. He's of your variety. He's of the upper classes. He's the one that you wish to. He's the one who can help you get to where you desire.
He's a fine gentleman. He give me booze. I like him.
Right. I'm gonna try and do a diplomacy check here.
Right.
To who? Me or us or?
Just to the group.
Oh, okay. What do we need to roll against it or?
What did you guys discuss last week and I wasn't here?
Right, to... Let's see, diplomacy. He's trying to weasel information out of you. So... Bluff would be the role to disguise it.
Okay.
Alright, okay.
Oh, would it be?
I don't think I have
Can I switch
bluff.
my roll?
Okay. Bluff. That's fine. Let's
Yay!
see.
I have nothing
Four
on
to
bluff.
that result, so 24.
Oh, I do have bluff.
Oh dear.
Huh.
Everyone
So
has
useful for
bluff,
Paladin?
but
Yeah, to some degree. You can do it
okay.
unskilled.
Let's see.
You probably don't have Amayutra level bluff, but that would be a miracle.
Nobody has that.
oh, apparently she does. So
Wow.
screw you.
The paladin is
Sorry,
the
that's a
expert
critical
liar,
failure.
apparently.
Odo.
Okay, so
He
Odo
spills it
critical
all like
miss.
a bag of beans.
Victus passable but still fail. Mikachi word of God.
But Odo's heroic, right? He surely spills it all like a bag of wet beans.
I don't know nothing.
He just chokes on his beer.
If you ain't got nothing to say,
He's literally
Don't say
telling you that he wants to he spills the beans because he's experimented, but he's doing this.
Now, friends, I do believe that there is a certain matter in this which has not been disclosed to me. Now, we are here to gather information. In fact, I know that it's of paramount concern, but I get the feeling that this creepy old bastard wants to experiment on me. Now, I'm not very comfortable with this, to be honest. I mean, I'm sure you don't need me to tell you exactly why I'm uncomfortable with a creepy old git pouring stuff down my throat and not
The
showing me
term
the
is elf, point of note.
respect that he deserves.
No, he can still hear you because he's in the same room.
I don't give a shit! I'm a sorcerer! Now, if you want me to go ahead with whatever the hell he wants to do to me in exchange for this information, I do require to be told beforehand what it is.
I'm pretty sure, Mikachi, if we can come up with something, I'm pretty sure whatever you say will be with the word of law. So,
Yeah, you're the paladin. No one expects you to lie.
if you can come up with an excuse, he pretty much has to believe it.
But remember, it's immoral. Right?
Immoral to lie.
It's
The
immoral.
greater good, though.
It's a bluff though, so I'm allowed to.
Oh, I see.
It's for the greater
laws of
good.
God
It's for the
are-
greater
yeah,
good.
It's to protect the people
This
of
is your
the.
Bristol all over
It's
again.
to protect the people of the city, so I kind of have to.
Oh,
It
of
could be a
course, yeah.
twisted truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, you could end up with anything. You could end up with the greatest sorcerer the city has ever seen.
Or it could end up as a newt.
Or a newt. The most powerful newt this city has ever seen.
or a mackerel.
The most powerful, no.
Most powerful lunch the world has ever seen.
I'm trying to come up with.
Tasty though.
There's no guarantee that nobody else has been turned into a mackerel before me. I might not be the most powerful, and those are not odds I want to take.
Well, I think he's just trying to test out a new drink. Test out on warlocks and sorcerers, so
Oh, I see.
might give you more
this
power.
so this is a drink that's going to be present at upper class parties, and it was tried
Yeah.
on me because I'm
Yeah.
upper class.
Well, you notice he didn't try it on any of us, so
Yeah, exactly.
he went straight for
Of
you.
course, because you're all peasants. I get it now. I get it. Oh, Mr.
Wow.
Clonus, I'll be happy to try your drink.
Oh, you twisted little bastard.
Okay. I think this one's still good. Just get that down you. I'm sure that'll be perfectly fine.
Does it
Would
come in a
you
champagne
all
flute,
like
or-
to take a few steps back? This one
Did we
has
get it in
given me a bit
champagne
of trouble.
flute? Or is it a tumbler drink? Or
It's in just like a little vial, like
oh wow,
balloon bottom, top stopper, that kind of thing.
oh, this is quite an interesting way to have a drink. I'll just partake. Yes. Quite gunpowdery.
Of course.
Tastes a bit vile. I don't think this is a suitable drink for parties, unfortunately.
At that point, you notice that Ame stops more or less dead in his tracks, halfway through his sentence. So his eyes sort of begin to like twist towards his nose as they go cross-eyed. And a small puff of smoke manages to be exhaled in a cough. Before he like reaches out and attempts to strangle Odo.
Him doing this, I forcefully punch him in the face. Can
Roll
I do
your
a roll
roll.
for that?
Roll your attack.
Oh my god.
This is where Amaudo dies.
Lion, you're in my system. Which one is it?
Master Amaudo!
The one that you want is going to be, let's see, probably +5. I'm assuming you don't want to attack Ame with the dagger.
No. Where? Oh.
Just +5 then.
Why does it say +5? Just enough for future.
Base attack bonus plus your strength.
Plus my strength, which is.
Yeah, because we don't have
Okay.
unarmed on your list of combat
Yeah.
options.
Okay, so. Roll 20 plus 5.
Okay, and Ame's AC is 11.
Could I roll to assist?
Yeah, I want
Please
to
do.
help hold him back.
Yes, you may. Just make strength checks. We'll do this dirty.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Where's that? Actually,
yes,
you know what? No, I'm not helping, actually. I'm just going to continue over to Gronus and have a discussion.
But
Right.
whilst I'm trying to throttle Odo.
Pretty much.
Yes. Yes. So you. Well, I don't think that's quite worked. You had questions. Yes. One at a time.
Well, Mr. Gronus, at first, if you could sort this problem out, that would be fantastic. But yeah, I don't. You actually haven't answered my first question.
What was that question? Sorry.
Well, it was just the announcement that of the giant purple worm that is essentially causing the trouble in this city and the undergrowth, and we need more information. We know from Mr. Bloodfinch that it is not a summoned creature, but so the only conclusion we can come to is that it was brought here. So if we would like any information you have at all about this.
I think I've successfully throttled Monkey to death now.
That depends. We're waiting on Tyree. 34. No.
No, I did not.
I managed to pull
You-
him back.
You are bull rushed by the small paladin in the full plate armor and knocked off of Odo. You stumble. You stumble and collapse backwards in a pile of the mostly broken boxes. Fortunately, you don't manage to shatter anything.
My lungs have been pierced by my ribs.
This literally, I'm just imagining the camera shot right now. It's over the shoulder of Gronus with me it just sort of centre place, and behind me is just a scene happening. But he strangles out, and then just all of a sudden a train wreck comes into the side and just pots and pans all over the place.
It would literally
Used
be
to
like
play
this.
rugby, so you know the
My
whole
character
tackle
doing this
thing.
was getting punched in the face, and then something.
Missed.
Anyways, that'll clear up in a few minutes. The giant purple worm. They're tropical, aren't they? They couldn't surely be transported here. Normal means. Are you sure it wasn't homegrown? I could probably whip one up in like a couple of days. Is that what you want? Would you like one? I'd have to charge.
No, Gronus, Mr. Gronus, no.
have one of
We've
our
already
own.
we know from Mr. Bloodfinch that it is not summoned. We need to know the possibility of if it is homegrown, who could do this other than yourself, for example.
Well, I could do it. No, I don't think anyone would be quite crazy enough to do it. You'd have to be a complete fool to do that.
Have you done this before?
No, this plenty of time. That's my usual requirement for getting a meeting. But no, I don't think I've made any purple worms. They sort of stare off into the distance for a moment. But anyway, more questions, more tests.
Do you have any information at all within these great texts that you seem to have spread all over the place of anything we could that could help us with this?